Hi you guys. This is the last skill 20, comparing data. So, we're going to start this idea of there's two ways to compare data. Variability, which is determined by the range. So, we can think of variability like how much variety there is. So if they're really spread out, you're going to have a large range and a high variability. If they're close together, you're going to have a small range and low variability, and there's not going to be a ton of variety. The mean is going to tell us the average, so we can compare how spread out or the variety of it, and we can compare if that variety is high or low. So a small mean means a low average. A large means a large average. So we're going to go ahead and start applying that here. It gives it test scores, and it gives us the mean and the range for each test score. So this first question asks, which one has the most variability? So that means the highest range. If I look at the range, class C has the highest range. Highest score on tests is going to be the highest average, or the highest mean. Mean score of 102 is going to be class B. We're going to apply that same logic to this one. Now we're talking about employer salaries. The least availability means the smallest range. So our 37 is the smallest range. So it'd be company C. Lowest salary average. It's going to be the smallest mean. So company B. Notice how they aren't always the same company that have the lowest variability and the lowest range. So now we're going to talk about breaking our data into quartiles. So quarter means 4 parts. And I take our data and we can divide it by the middle. This is going to be our median. And then we can divide the second half. We're going to call it Q1, or the lower fourth, for quartile. And then I can find the middle of the upper half. And that's going to be your Q3, or our upper quartile. This would historically be we would probably call this like Q3, but we're just used to calling that the median. So we're going to use this as we keep dealing with data, so we can divide data into fourths. And with data, we have this thing called the 5-number summary. It wants these 5 numbers: the min, the max, the median, which we got at 5.5, and then in between these two numbers is 2.3. So that's Q1, or not 2.3, 2.5, sorry. And then this is 7.5, and that's our Q3. So these 5 numbers make up our 5-number summary. So we use this 5-number summary that we found on the page before, and we make, oh, my max is not 2. Sorry, my max is 10 from the page before. That should be a 10. And we use the 5 numbers are the min, Q1, median, Q3, and the max. So I'm going to make a little scale 1 to 10. I'm going to put a dash at each of these. And we call this a box and whisker plot because I'm going to box the middle 50% of the data. So if we think about it, this is 25% of the data. This is 25% of the data because we divide everything into fourths. This is 25%. So we call it box and whisker plots. We make a box with our middle, and then we take a whisker to our outside. We're going to keep practicing these. With our box and whisker plots, we have this idea of an IQR, upper quartile, or Q3 minus Q1. So it's like this whole amount. It wants to know basically the range of the middle 50%. So here's a set of numbers here. It would like to know the 5 plot summary for that. So I can look at this. I see that my min is 63. My max is 90. These are already in order. Let's go ahead and find the middle. So my median is 82. And now I'm going to go ahead and find $87. 69 is the middle of that. My interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1, which is 87 minus 69, or 18. We're going to try that again. These numbers are in order, so go ahead, pause the screen, try this one on your own. My min is 25, my max is 59. The middle of this one is 41.5. 53. This one's a little more work. I have to do 27 plus 36 divided by 2, 31.5. My difference between these two is 21.5. and that's my IQR. This is asking us, this is distance from the nearest airport from 17 families, and it's asking us to find Megabox and Whisker Plaza data. So we need, before we do that, we're going to find the min, Q1 median, Q3 max. So my min is 12, my max is 50. Let's try to find the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I found the middle at 36. Let's use blue. That's going to be 19.5. I did 15 plus 24 divided by 2. And this is just going to be 46, which makes our life a little easier. And now, in a perfect world, or on Alex, you should be able to better pace things out. I'm just going to do by 10s and make little notches in between them to represent 5s. So 12 is going to be here, 19.5 is around here, 36, 46, 50. And remember, I want to make a box. So I have my box and my whiskers. So now we're going to use box and whisker plots to compare. 2 athletes are training for cycling race. And it summarizes the distance of their rides. Which athletes went on a bike ride longer than 15 minutes? So 15 was here. They both went beyond 15, so you'd say both. Which athlete went on the shortest training ride? That would be athlete B. Which athlete has the largest IQR? I can see that when I compare these two, that A's is longer, the greatest median distance. I'm running out of colors, friends. We'll try gray. That median is higher than that median, so athlete B. So that's it. Good job, you guys.